Hey everybody, Dave Bazanko here, and it is day 8 of our self-motivation 30-day challenge. And statistically speaking, 91% of men have already quit the challenge, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. Today we're going to be talking about mastering the art of showing up so that you will not be a quitter. And coming up in today's video, we're going to be talking about the mistake that most men make, which is quitting way too soon, way too early. So to give you an example of how easy it is to give up, I'm on day 8 of our challenge. I'm going to mark it off right now so I don't forget. We're on day 8 of our 30-day challenge. This is typically the valley that people will go into where you've sort of had a week of excitement. Maybe you're starting to question your motives, your reasons, your why. And that's why I'll go back to talking about today the 3 main reasons or ideas that you need to be thinking about so that you can maintain that forward momentum, that progress, to keep moving forward, that self-motivation that's going to hold you accountable to yourself, because nobody else is going to do that for you. Trust me, nobody else cares. So let's start off with talking about having a crystal clear why. We talked the other day about having a why statement. Hopefully you've been able to get that nailed down. But I'm going to tell you, the thing that really drives and motivates me is invest in my heart and mind every day so that I can enjoy youthful activities as I grow older. That's a really nice statement. But honestly, I think about my dad. I think about my dad, who also wanted the same things, but he was following a recipe in life that did not serve his brain. His body was healthy, his brain turned to mush because of a disease called dementia. So what I know from the science is that if I eat differently, if I try to eat a little more cleanly, less processed foods, less toxins into my body, if you want to call it that, and if I exercise in a way that's going to give my brain the opportunity to grow new brain cells, then hopefully I will outlive that disease if it's something that is hereditary, that's already been passed down to me. Hopefully it's not too late. But the other side of that is I can't control what's going to happen tomorrow. I can do all of these great things, I can make all these great investments, but if it feels like torture, if it feels like a sacrifice that's just too great, I'm not going to get up and do the things I know I have to do. That's the dilemma that causes most men to quit. When they set a goal for themselves, things get hard. And when things get hard, if nobody's holding you accountable, if it's just you, it's really easy to lie in bed and go, yeah, it's warm in the sheets, I don't feel like getting up, it's too early, I could use another half hour of sleep. And then you feel bad about yourself the rest of the day because you let yourself do that. You let yourself down. What I always kind of think about is, I have a visual. The why that I have is I visualize my dad in that nursing home. And that is such a strong imprint on my brain as to a place that I absolutely do not want to end up. I absolutely do not want to end up there. That is such a strong motivator. Forget about trying to lose weight. Forget about trying to get in shape. I want to have the last 10 years of my life, I want to be quality years. And if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I know the last 18 years of my life have been quality years. So if I just keep this trajectory moving forward, if I keep following this recipe that's trying to help me learn how to have a healthier brain and a healthier body, and if I just sprinkle in some fun things like doing, triathlon races just for fun, because that's what I enjoy doing. You do what, makes you happy. But I just do things that make me feel good. And I know if I keep down that pattern, down that path, if tomorrow's my last day, my last 10 years have been fantastic. And I can only control what I can control. So the idea that I got to get really clear on my why, have that visual image of something because I don't know when the end date is, right? I don't know when my last day on this planet is going to be. But I know the last 10 years I've committed to the last 10 years are going to be quality years. A lot of guys, and me included, when my kids were really young, I thought, I just want to be healthy enough to walk my son and daughter, walk my daughter down the aisle and be there when my son gets married. Well, you know what? What happens after that? Do I let myself go to hell just because I reached that goal? No, that's not the person that I want to be. I want to be the type of person who has that healthy, sustainable, happy, healthy lifestyle well into my 80s and my 90s. And I'm investing in that guy every day. And that's what gets me excited. And that's what whatever your goal is, get really excited, get crystal clear on what that vision looks like, picture yourself. For me, it's a health and wellness goal. So for me, I picture myself at 80 and 90 and thinking, can I look at 80 and 90 almost as fit and healthy as I look today? Because a lot of people don't believe I'm 58 years old. I feel like I'm 25. I can outmaneuver a lot of 25-year-olds when it comes to fitness and exercise. So that's kind of cool. But it's kind of sad because those guys should be kicking my butt. And some of them do quite handily, but most of them don't. And that's a point of pride for me, but it's also a sad statement on kind of our state of affairs. So if you're finding yourself right now really struggling with getting clear on why you're getting up and doing this, and you're on day 8, you're starting to go into the valley of, oh, this is becoming boring. Stick it through, man. Get really clear on why this is important. And if you get really clear on why it's important, that takes me to step number 2, which is make it easy for yourself. When I first started running, I laid out every night my shorts, my shirt, my running shoes, my socks. I gave myself no excuses other than just get your ass out of bed and do this. I got really crystal clear on my why, but then I removed every roadblock that was going to impede me from succeeding at my goal. In the early days, all I did was run. All I had to do was have my running gear ready. If my running gear was dirty, in the wash, wet from yesterday, whatever, that was a good enough excuse not to do it. So I really tried to remove all of those roadblocks. I made it super easy for myself. Every night before I went to bed, I knew that I was prepared for at 6 o'clock in the morning when my alarm went off, what I was going to be doing. And the other part about making it easy, you have to, and we talked about this yesterday for rest and recovery, remember to always dial back in increments of 90 minutes from the time you're going to wake up in the morning to when you're going to bed at night. For me, that's typically, honestly, I go to bed between 11 and midnight, and I wake up between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. That's typically my sleep schedule. That gets me 7 quality hours of sleep. Now, when I have to be up at the pool deck at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's an earlier morning. That requires a different sleep schedule. But on average throughout the week, I really try to dial in when am I going to bed and what time am I waking up. And to be really honest with you, most days now, I tend to wake up about 5 minutes before my alarm goes off, so I don't even need my alarm. I turn it off so it doesn't wake my wife up, because that's your body getting into a natural sleep rhythm. And that tells you you've got all the sleep you need and you're good to go. And within 5 minutes of getting up, shaking the cobwebs out, you're off to the races. You feel good about your decisions. And I know that's how I'm going to feel. So getting out of bed just gets that much easier because I make it easy for myself. I don't make it hard. Tip number 3 is proof of progress. And this right here, I really hope you took my advice and set up a 30-day schedule. This is your proof of progress. Remember, we're a community. Remember, self-motivation is all about the community. We're all in this together. We're self-supporting each other because nobody else gives a shit. Trust me, it's you, right? And if you're not a happy camper about this, it's not going to stick. So the way that you feel good, the way that you take that long-term, maybe a year out, 2 years, I talk about a 3-year goal. How do I take a 3-year goal and bring it into today and make it a reality today, make it meaningful today? Right here. Immediate gratification, all those check marks. Every single time I give myself a check mark, I feel good about myself. I feel like I'm making progress. And here is the progress. I'm on day 8 of a 30-day challenge. Right now, I'm starting to feel like I'm in that valley. I'm in a dip because I'm running into tech issues. I'm running into time issues. I'm back to work because New Year's is over and we're back into a regular work schedule. I'm babysitting my daughter's dog while she's on vacation. I've got a lot going on that I'm trying to squeeze into the day. I'm trying to be present throughout my entire day. If I didn't have this chart to follow, I would not feel like I'm moving forward. I would feel frustrated that I've got too much on my plate and too much to handle. So by having this, it reminds me that I am moving forward every day. Even though it might feel challenging, this is what I need to see so that I can move forward mentally every single day. So the top 3 things that I want to talk to you about today, just to recap, get really clear on your why, make whatever it is you're doing for yourself easy, remove all the roadblocks, and then make sure you've got this proof that's showing you, Yep, I feel good about myself today and I am moving forward. If you're following along on my YouTube channel, I also have a weekly update from when I started the channel 6 weeks ago, where I'm giving you an update as a YouTube channel creator, the struggles that I'm going through right now, the problems that I'm trying to solve. And I also have, a chart like this that I follow. And it reminds me, the metrics remind me of the proof that I'm moving forward. I'm getting new subscribers every week. I am getting more views every week. I'm getting more watch time every week. Is it happening as fast as I would like it to? Well, I mean, we would all love it to be faster. We all we live in a world of immediate gratification. Everybody would love things faster, but that's not reality. So let's get into reality mode and go, I feel good that I'm making progress. When I can see that I'm picking up 10 new subscribers a week, hey, that's better than 0, which I used to have before I started the channel. All these things are good. Like, everything is pointed in the right direction. All I'm trying to do is refine the process to try to accelerate the process, and that will come with time. Right? It comes with learning. Just like if you're starting a new exercise regime or a new diet regime, whatever it is you're trying to do, you're going to test a few things, see how it works, one of the things that I used to test a lot was whey proteins. And there were certain protein powders that I would have as a recovery drink after working out that would absolutely make me feel bloated and give me all kinds of GI issues. And then I found the plant-based Lean Fit that didn't do that to me. So I started using that. I just simply, I had a system, or I had a process of recovery that I was trying to follow for nutrition, but I had to find the right ingredients that worked for me. This YouTube channel, this 30-day challenge, same thing for you. There's a process that we need to follow, but you've got to pick your head up and test things within that process to make sure you're following the right process for you. If you like what I'm sharing on this channel, give me a like. I would love to get a comment from you in the comments just to learn more about who you are, the challenge you're trying to overcome, the problem you're trying to solve. We're here to work together as a community, so drop a comment down below. Consider subscribing if you want to feel better about yourself, if you want to enjoy more health and happiness in your life, if you want to learn how to become more resilient, if that's going to make you a happier person, subscribe to my channel. That's what we're all about. I'm a dad. I'm a 58-year-old dad with 2 kids. Married for 34 years successfully, resiliently, and things are pointed in the right direction. I'm just trying to share with folks what I've learned, because maybe you can take a little bit of what I have learned, apply that to you, and maybe you'll have some additional health and happiness in your life that you can share with your kids. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about right here the problem with grit and determination when it comes to resilience. I'm going to help you solve that problem and make sure you don't mark yourself right off a cliff. So until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.